Good afternoon. We had mostly sunny skies today, and we'll start filling in some clouds tonight with a low near 35 Sioux Falls, 31 with a few light sprinkles in Aberdeen, 35 in Pierre, and 36 in Rapid City. Then for tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, 53 Sioux Falls, 42 in Aberdeen, 48 in Pierre, and 55 with mostly cloudy skies and sprinkles in Rapid City. We'll take a closer look at your warmer weekend in just a little bit. KELOLAND's First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, First at 4.
We'll take you to an anti-war protest in Minneapolis as Muslims demand a ceasefire in Gaza.
Plus, 2 people who abused dozens of cats and dogs in Brookings are now out of jail and on probation.
And later, organizations across KELOLAND are already seeing an increased need for Thanksgiving meals due to the high cost of food. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. A person is in custody following threats made to the Sisseton Wahpeming Sioux tribe. According to a news release, authorities say the threats were made to tribal law enforcement and a tribal executive on Wednesday.
That resulted in the elevated security at the Tribal Administration building. The news release says that a person was apprehended last night. Sisseton and Wahpeming Oyate say that it says that it is taking several steps to enhance its safety and security measures within the building.
Authorities in Pennington County continue to search for a 23-year-old who was last seen near the Rushmore Cave area. Deputies are looking for Leaf Lands. He was last seen on Sunday walking east from the cave toward the Pine Ridge Reservation near Cooney Table. Lands was last seen wearing blue jeans, a long gray trench coat, black stocking cap, hiking boots, and a backpack. If you know where he is, call the Pennington County Sheriff's Office.
A family in Sioux City, Iowa is trying to find their stolen SUV one day after they bought it, and thanks to help from coworkers. Halloween night, Audrea Jacobson was out with her children trick-or-treating when she realized that she'd left her phone at home. She drove back and ran inside while leaving her vehicle running. When she returned, her 2012 red Mitsubishi Outlander was gone. Jacobson says that her purse, her children's car seats, and a wheelchair were inside the SUV. The family had just bought the vehicle the day before, thanks to some help from coworkers.
One of my daughters is sick, and she goes up to the Mayo Clinic often, and so that's what the car was mainly for, is for good transportation for our family.
Sioux City police say that officers are on the lookout for the vehicle now. Authorities are also reminding everyone that you need to use extra caution when leaving a vehicle unattended, especially with the winter months just ahead.
Well, next week, work will stop on the season for the St. Joseph Street Road construction project in Rapid City. Crews will resume construction in the spring. Starting November 9th, traffic restrictions will be removed and all travel lanes will be open. The contractor will focus on completing Phase 1 of the project. Phase 2 will include completion of the repairs on the other side of St. Joseph Street. The entire project is expected to be done by the end of May before summer nights events begin.
Well, today's weather is perfect for some construction work yet.
Yeah, it felt really nice out there. And does it get even better than this, Megan?
Yes, it does, Don and Kelly. We have some warmer temperatures on the way for the weekend. Today, we've seen mostly sunny skies in a majority of KELOLAND, like in Sioux Falls, right now at 54 degrees, which is actually normal for today. South winds are at 14 miles an hour. Aberdeen had some persistent fog through the afternoon, so not quite as warm right now at 39 degrees. South winds at 8 miles an hour. There is a look at that fog that lifted between Huron and Aberdeen, and now we have some clouds moving in western South Dakota. Right now, 65 in Valentine and Pine Ridge, 64 in Rapid City, 57 in Mitchell, and 46 degrees in Watertown. We do have a light south breeze right now at 5 to 15 miles an hour, and our winds are going to stay light as we head through tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. So for tonight, light west winds, mostly cloudy skies, 35 in Sioux Falls, 31 with a few light sprinkles in Aberdeen, 35 in Pierre, and 36 in Rapid City. For your Friday, partly cloudy skies, a light north breeze, 53 in Sioux Falls, 42 in Aberdeen, 48 in Pierre, mostly cloudy, and 55 in Rapid City, where we could see a few light sprinkles. Then on Saturday, we'll have partly to mostly sunny skies. The winds are going to stay light, 54 in Sioux Falls and Aberdeen, 58 in Pierre, and 60 in Rapid City. We'll add a couple of degrees onto Sunday with a chance of a few light rain showers. We'll take a closer look in just a little bit.
Thanks, Megan. Well, anti-war protesters are renewing calls for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war.
Pro-Palestinian groups join anti-war demonstrators outside the federal courthouse in Minneapolis to condemn U.S. support for Israel's strikes against Gaza.
The protest comes after a day of political pressure from Minnesota's Muslim leaders. Jason Rantala with our CBS affiliate reports.
This community stands on the side of life. We stand on the side of saving life. We stand on the side of peace. We stand on the side of recognizing the humanity of Palestinian children.
Just over a dozen local Muslim community members gathered outside the federal courthouse Wednesday morning saying they're keeping their word. Community leader Jailani Hussein says President Biden declined their request made ahead of his visit to Minnesota to call a ceasefire in Gaza.
We cannot ever elect a president who refuses to recognize the children of Gaza, who refuses to recognize the war and what is happening right now.
Hussein says Muslims have historically voted overwhelmingly for Democrats, yet he claims more than 50,000 Muslim voters won't be voting for Biden, and that even non-Muslims will do the same.
I am here today as a Muslim American. I'm here today as a Palestinian American who just found out yesterday that we had 5 members of our family in Gaza massacred due to an Israeli airstrike.
Those here today say it's hypocritical to support Ukraine without supporting those in Gaza. They say the situation is only getting worse and that the president is no longer welcome in the state.
The Biden team and the campaign is severely underestimating the outrage that our community has.
In Minneapolis, Jason Rantala, WCCO News.
Hussein says more than 60 Muslim leaders across the country have joined their call to not vote for President Biden next year.